The 85th Ordinary Session of the African Commission on Human and People's Rights, running from October 21st to 30th, 2025, gathers hundreds of government officials, representatives from international organizations, and civil society actors to address critical human rights challenges facing the African continent. Preceding the session were two significant events: the Forum of NGOs hosted by the African Center for Democracy and Human Rights Studies from October 17 to 19 under the theme The Year of Reparation, and the pre-session Forum of States on October 19 and 20th. These forums set the stage for the African Commission on Human and People's Rights discussions by highlighting pressing concerns and recommendations from civil society and state actors. Hannah Foster, Executive Director of the African Center for Democracy and Human Rights Studies, delivered the NGO statement reflecting on the outcomes of the Forum of NGOs. She underscored the commitment of civil society organizations to collaborate with the African Commission in advancing democracy, human rights, and good governance across Africa.
Discussions reinforced the importance of reparations for addressing long-term effects of slavery, colonialism, systematic inequality, injustice, and repression, with proposals to paving the way to address impunity. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to share also the fact that the forum adopted the Africa strategy for the forum, and we will also be sharing it with interested parties. I just wanted to also highlight the fact that the agenda featured 12 plenary panels addressing critical human rights issues across the continent.
Dr. Joseph Wattal, chairperson of the Network of African National Human Rights Institutions, NANRI, highlighted the worrying trend of shrinking civic space over the past year, noting the restrictive laws on association and assembly, harassment of journalists, and constraint on human rights defenders and opposition voices as factors eroding public trust and social cohesion. Also speaks on the pivotal role of national human rights institutions in documenting injustices, advocating for legal frameworks, and leading inclusive national processes.
Reparations extend beyond financial compensation. They represent a holistic process of restoring dignity, addressing deep-rooted inequalities, and acknowledging the enduring impact of slavery, colonialism, apartheid, and racial discrimination. The 7th AUC-NANRI Policy Dialogue reaffirmed the central role of NHRIs in advancing this agenda by documenting historical and ongoing injustices, advocating for robust legal and policy frameworks, and leading inclusive national dialogues that place affected communities at the heart of reparatory processes.
The African Commission on Human and People's Rights, established under the African Charter on Human and People's Rights and inaugurated in 1987, has its secretariat in Banjul. Its core functions include protecting and promoting human rights and interpreting the African Charter. The Commission consists of 11 independent commissioners elected by the African Union Assembly of Heads of State and Government. His Excellency Ambassador Willy Nyamitwe, Permanent Representative of Burundi African Union, Permanent Representative of Burundi at the African Union, and Chairperson of the AU PRC Subcommittee on Human Rights, Democracy and Governance, noted the session coincides with Africa Human Rights Day on October 21st, commemorating the African Charter's entry into force in 1986. This day, he said, symbolizes African states' collective pledge to uphold dignity, equality, and fundamental freedoms.
Commemoration is not only a celebration of progress, but also a moment for introspection. It calls on all of us, governments, AU organs, national human rights institutions, and civil society to reaffirm our shared responsibility in giving life to the Charter's provisions. While our continent has made significant progress through legislative reforms, institutional strengthening, and enhanced accountability mechanisms, we as member states recognize that important challenges remain.
Remi Ngoyi-Lombo, chairperson of the African Commission on Human and People's Rights, emphasized the importance of this session's theme, Justice for Africans and People of African Descent, stressing the obligation to address contemporary injustices. He highlighted that solution to Africa's historical injustices must also confront ongoing challenges that mirror past abuses under slavery and colonization.
It requires that not only our constant vigilance, but also our collective commitment to provide sustainable Congress. And the situation requires from us our determination and willingness to provide voice for the voiceless. We have a responsibility towards future generations and build a continent of human rights where human rights are respected but celebrated.
Minister of Foreign Affairs, International Cooperation and Gambians Abroad, Honorable Saring Modunjai, delivered a statement on behalf of the Gambian government calling for full commitment to human rights.
The time has come for Africa to move beyond commitment on papers. The protection of rights must become preventive, proactive, and result-driven. Allow me to propose several pathways forward. 1. We need to take the bold step to domesticate the African Charter and the Maputo Protocol into national institution and legislation. 2. Establish national human rights implementation committees to track compliance with African courts and Commission decisions.
During the 85th Ordinary Session, the African Commission on Human and People's Rights will engage in discussions on the human rights situation in Africa, review state-party reports, interact with national human rights institutions and NGOs, consider applications for observer status, review commissioners' activity reports, hold panel discussions, and examine communication and concluding observations. This session draws a vital moment in the Commission's ongoing mission to uphold the African Charter on Human and People's Rights, fostering dialogue, accountability, and strategic collaboration to protect and promote human rights across the continent. Maria Madem, reporting for StatV News.